It's crazy high tide right now, which means all the birds are gonna get pushed right to me by the tide. Let's see what we can find. All right, I'm at one of my favorite places to go birding right now. This is the Marina Boardwalk. It's got a marina this way, which a lot of times has a bunch of different little birds roosting up on it. And I also have this walk that goes out, kind of makes a little peninsula, and it has a super nice estuary, which will have a bunch of different waterfowl and shorebirds and tons of cool stuff. This is one of my favorite spots to go birding. I've been birding here since I was like 10. There was this one morning, I got upwards of like 70 species here. It was super cool. It's a nice morning right now. See what we can find. I've got some turkey vultures in these eucalyptus trees behind me here, kind of roosting, getting ready for the day. Super cool little guys. Those are quail calling behind me as well. They're kind of way back in the bushes though. I can't really see them at all. So I live at in Mora Bay, this little town on the central coast of California. And one of our little treasures is that we have sea otters here. Oh, there's a Buick's wren. I'm not getting a picture of that. Already gone. But I have a little California sea otter here. See if I can get a video of it. Super cute little rascals here. They're kind of gnarly animals actually. Like if you're kayaking next to them, they're kind of dangerous to be around. But you know, whatever. They're really cute. From a distance, they're very cute. He's kind of right in this bay behind me here. That little dot. California sea otters in the past were almost hunted to extinction because they have super nice fur that people used for different clothing items. Luckily, a group of about 30 different sea otters were found at a small little secluded bay and were not hunted. This allowed the population to come back from this point of almost extinction. Unfortunately, this did create a bottleneck, which means that these otters are all kind of descendants of a very small population pool, which makes them very susceptible to different diseases and viruses that could reach them, and because they have such little genetic variation, it could just destroy their entire population. All right, really cute little otter guy. Let's move on. I'm kind of walking out toward this point right now, and really what I want to do is just get to the estuary, because that's where really all of my cool winter migrants are. Lots, oh, there's a California thrasher right here actually. Let's see if I can get some footage of him. He's just perched. Oh, he's not happy. He's done. Not feeling it. Okay. Just for a second there, I saw a California thrasher kind of perched up. This is kind of where they live, is these chaparral habitats. I love these kind of species. The California thrasher and the northern mockingbird both are like this, where they are mimicking species. So their songs are all just mimics of other species of birds' calls. So this kind of makes them insanely annoying because they'll just do other bird calls. You're like, oh, is that what that is? Is that a bluebird? And it's like, nah, it's just a mockingbird. So they're kind of triggering species, but also super cute. It's kind of like a really small little chaparral habitat here, but mainly what I'm kind of wanting is just to get to these winter migrants out in the estuary. See this? I'm kind of walking along this area here. Seems like there's some grebe species. It looks like probably pied-billed grebes, kind of like small little brown grebes. Fluffy little butt, white butt. And then it's called a pied-billed grebe because this is a random fact that you probably don't want to know, but pied means like multicolored in Latin or something. And these guys have like a multicolored beak. I think there's 3 different colors to its beak. So that's why it's called a pied-billed grebe. It's like a multicolored billed grebe. If you never want to know that, I understand. I just found an awesome group of pied-billed grebes. These are little water birds that swim underwater and catch little schools of fish. All right, we got a good look at those little pied-billed grebes. Super cute little guys. We have tons of different species of grebes here on the coast of California. You've got western grebes and Clark's grebes. Those are like the big guys, big black and white grebes. And then you also have your horned grebes and your eared grebes, which kind of migrate in for the winter. These are super cute little guys. All right. I'm kind of hearing some geese right now too, so that'll be cool. It should be maybe. We have a really good population of brant here in Morro Bay, or we did at least. We have a kind of scary relationship with brant in my little bay county. Brant are a migratory species of goose, I think. Kind of a small looking Canada goose. And they breed up in the Arctic, migrate down, kind of the same story as a lot of different geese. Migrate down in the winter in large flocks. And they migrate here and they feed on something called eelgrass. And in Morro Bay, we have a huge problem with our eelgrass, where our eelgrass keeps getting destroyed by these degenerative diseases, along with the fact that our bay keeps warming up. It keeps filling up with silt and warming up and causing the eelgrass to have an environment which is too hot and it'll just die. So a lot of different ways this happens, but long story made short, eelgrass dies all the time. And that is the brant's jam right there. The brant wants the eelgrass. So we just keep getting less and less brant here. We used to have huge numbers of brant coming to our bay every year, and it's slowly just dwindled to less and less and less. And to make matters worse, of course, we have a really big hunting corporation here as well. So that never helps, that we're quite literally killing the brant as well. Always kind of a sad deal. But there's quite a lot of, I scared a little sandpiper. Seems like a western. He's gonna join a huge group of sandpipers, so I'm not that worried about it. On the other side, there'll be tons. But yeah, it's kind of a sad story with the brant. Hopefully some eelgrass restoration, and hopefully we chill out on our hunting, and that will maybe help us with our brant populations, because they're really awesome little winter birds. So we'll see. All right, I just found some of the cutest little birds ever. These are a little migratory species of duck called the bufflehead. Funniest name ever, cutest bird ever. They're awesome. They look absurd. I'm gonna try to get some footage of them right now, but I'm kind of in this little overlook, looking out over the bay right now. I'm getting so triggered right now. These are little diving ducks. So every single time you want to get a picture of them, they'll dive immediately. They're insanely good at just really waiting. They just did it again. Oh my gosh. I take it back. Bufflehead are no longer my friend. I don't like them. They're playing with my heart right now so bad. So bad. Oh wait, here it is. Here's the video. Maybe at best of like a few. I started out with like 10 bufflehead in one spot, started videoing, and immediately like half dived, and then half dove again, maybe like a few seconds later. It's okay. You gotta work with what you're given, you know? That was good. Got a few seconds of that. Okay, I don't know what's happening right now, but there's literally just a common loon sitting right here next to me. I don't know what his deal is or why he's not afraid of me, but this is so sick. Look, he's like looking under the water, looking for some fish. Really interesting. I don't know why he's not afraid of me. They're a big guy, but it's wild. I'll take it. I'll take it. Look at this guy. I don't know what his deal is, but I mean, I'll take it. Sheesh. Okay, I'm walking back down this trail here, and here's my common loon friend again, just giving no dams. He's kind of starting to go a little further out, but I think he just knows humans are not the threat in any way. I guess he's just kind of hunting those shallower fish along the shoreline. Super interesting. I mean, I've really never seen one that close before. They're really, really cool birds. All right, interesting enough, the tide is so high right now that it's kind of working against me. Usually, we have a huge bay and estuary here. So usually when the tide gets high, we'll have way less exposed mudflats. So places like this will have all the birds forced to them. But right now, there's literally nowhere for them to land. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe if I get a little bit further toward the estuary this way, I'll have some action. But as of right now, things are looking kind of bleak. I talked to this lady who walked by and she said there's a bunch of birds. I don't know what she's talking about. So I'm thinking maybe if I walk all the way to the other end, that kind of like connects to our estuary a little bit more, maybe that'll be enough estuary where like every bird in the bay has just been forced to that one spot, is my hope. But right here, things are looking bad. I'll see, I'm gonna walk all the way to the other end. Oh, a little black phoebe though, little tiny flycatcher guy. He's just called. Kind of all black bird with a little white underbelly. I hate kayakers. They ruin everything. I don't know what to say. That's not to say I don't kayak, but you gotta do it respectfully, or you literally scare all the birds away. So people like me, all the people like me, can't see their birds. It's very rude. Very tragic stuff. Oh, I am walking up to this little estuary part now, and it seems really nice. I think this is where all my birds are gonna be. Get excited. I just found a super uncommon little bird. Right behind me in these marshes here, I found a group of yellowlegs. Greater yellowlegs are what you usually expect to see, but in this group, right in the middle here, there is a little lesser yellowlegs. These guys are slightly smaller than the greater yellowlegs and have a far straighter beak, where the greater yellowlegs have a slightly upcurved beak. Super interesting species. These are really hard to find, and you usually only see them kind of solitary, way deep into like estuary habitats like this. Tons of good species behind me here. There's a huge group of great egrets, snowy egrets with those black legs with yellow feet, where great egrets have the just black legs. Snowy egrets are a lot smaller as well. Also a group of brant out there with some snowy egrets right behind them. And there's also some Canada geese calling. That group of yellowlegs I just looked at, super cool. There's also a really awesome little family group of pintail, about 2 male pintail and 2 female pintail, which are a really awesome little migratory waterfowl species we have here as well. This is where all the birds were. Super exciting. I am late to hang out with my friends, so I kind of had to cut that last bit short, which is super sad because that was some super awesome birds. Oh shoot, he's at my house. Okay, bad news. But I hope you enjoyed. That was a super cool little outing. Really nice weather. We finally got to find those birds. Super happy.